It has been almost a year since the bombs fell and civilization as we knew it came to an abrupt end. And yet here you are, receiving increasingly stern letters from the IRS warning you to pay your taxes. Bill stared in confusion at the piece of paper near the entrance to his safe room. Unlike everything else in the world, this letter was clean, no soot or smudges. The front was simply addressed, William Codwell, 1633 Brent Plaza, Suite 1503, Chicago, Illinois, 60616. What the hell? He looked at the door to the hotel room that he had barricaded himself inside. The room number matched. Curious, he opened the letter. As he mumbled out the words, his disbelief grew. Dear William Codwell, we have no record of receiving your 2078 tax returns. The law allows us to charge fines, criminal penalties, or both against you if you don't file tax returns or provide required tax information. He made a face as he scanned the rest of the letter. We understand there have been extenuating circumstances. Despite this, many core functions of the government remain active. Please make sure that we receive the information we requested or your tax returns within 10 days of the date of this letter. What is this, some kind of joke? Bill flipped the paper over, but there was nothing else. The hallway was empty, save for the body of a young man, stabbed in some conflict early on during the apocalypse. Still, a feeling of unease remained. Clearly, someone was keeping track of his movements. Gotta get out of here tonight. So he spent the day packing his bags and eating what perishable food he had in his cold box. There wasn't much scavenging, was getting harder with each passing year. And at the break of dawn, he made his way inland, toward the suburbs and woods. It was about time to move on anyway. The neighborhoods around here are getting a bit too sketchy. With limited resources, small factions formed. This gave rise to conflicts over territory and resources. Lone wanderers like Bill were often driven out once this began to happen. After a day of trekking, he found a small apartment complex outside the city. Didn't see anyone following me. Even if they were watching me at a distance, I should have lost them in the woods. He moved debris in front of the windows and door. With the safety features in place, the unease faded somewhat. Only then was he able to settle down for the night, and after 2 weeks, he had nearly forgotten about the letter. Definitely a bad prank from one of the groups in the city. But the next morning, Bill awoke to a gentle knocking at his front door. 3 taps, each in swift succession. Then several seconds later, 3 more taps. It was like clockwork. Another looter? He cocked the hammer back on the revolver he had scavenged last month and peered through the windows. A man stood in the hallway dressed in a clean suit and wearing a pleasant smile. Bill scooted aside just enough debris to crack the door open. Mr. Codwell? Bill narrowed his eyes and clutched his pistol tighter. Yeah. What do you want? My name is Jonathan Kest. I'm with the IRS. I'm here to inquire about your tax return. The tax agent's words didn't quite register for a second. Then Bill spluttered. There's no government left to pay. There is. Bill blinked. Excuse me? The remaining members of the government are aware of the current state of the world. We are doing our due diligence to resolve the situation. As a member of the fractured states of America, you are required to pay your taxes. This will go to repairing crucial aspects of our society. To start, infrastructure and basic education will need to be reinstated. Kest looked around the dingy apartment hallway. Survival skills will have to be prioritized, it seems. As it stands, the members of the IRS have been deployed to ensure these collections are successful. Bill growled. Yeah, how's about lead as payment? As he pressed his pistol to the collection agent's head. It's all I've got. Take it or leave it. Kest didn't flinch. Attacking a federal agent will only worsen your situation, Mr. Codwell. As there is no longer a functioning police system, there is no way to charge you with a crime. We have decided instead to convert criminal offenses into financial penalties. Attacking me will add several $1,000s to what you already... The pistol fired and the taxman stumbled back a few steps before hitting the opposite wall. Bill was about to re-barricade his door when to his horror the man straightened. Not a fleck of blood stained that crisp white shirt. That is unfortunate, Mr. Codwell. I will have to ask you to come with me as we sort out your arrears. Bill swallowed hard as the severity of his situation finally dawned on him. This post-apocalyptic world allowed for all sorts of crimes to go unpunished. But dodging taxes was not one of them.